I'm going to show you guys the best log duplication exploit in Sons of the Forest. This thing's crazy. You can easily generate like 20 to 30 logs per minute, probably, something right around there. And I do want to give credit to a YouTube named Pseudo Sue Master. It's the one that I was looking around, and that was like the best version. There's a lot of versions of this exploit. So I took what that person did and I built upon it, and I made it even better. It's a lot better with a certain method that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to take off some of these logs. What you're going to need, I guess I don't need that one. I'll start grabbing logs. I already duped a bunch. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to lay one down flat, just wherever. So we'll put one down right here. Then we're going to take another one and we're going to put it on the end. Then, just to make sure this works out, we're just going to go ahead and use up all the different angles. So we're going to, make like a little plus sign here. And just make sure that we don't accidentally do this later. It's not a huge deal, though. So now, first off, the exploit. So now that I have this, if I go up to the corner, it'll let me put down a circle like this. But if I do this, it'll duplicate a log. Now, I want you to know ahead of time before you get, excited, this only works in multiplayer, and the host cannot do it. So you can't do a multiplayer session by yourself and then do it. It's only working because the people who join the host have some kind of weird latency issue, and then it somehow messes this up. If you do this in single player or as the host, it'll do this, but no extra log will generate. So keep in mind, if it's not working, that is why this won't work. So generally, what you're going to do is just try to find that spot and then just keep popping it in there. Or maybe that side's not going to work now. I don't know why it's not one to pop up. So here we go. Got one right here. I can kind of just click while spamming around, and then I can get it. So you can kind of go fast already. Now, this was the original exploit, but because of how it works, I figured out a better way to do this. So what you can do is let me get these logs out of the way. You can enclose yourself, and that will keep you from getting thrown away, and then you don't have to constantly pick up the logs. So what you can do is you can, actually I don't know that I want them like this. You don't want them attached, come to think of it. You want to just set a freestanding one somewhere like lined up, or maybe a flat one like this would probably be better. So we're going to take one and we're going to set it like this, just to try to hold us in. So it's not going to connect to them, so it won't try to lay down the planks now. So now what we're going to do is just stack up logs right here and make a wall. And then also what we're going to need on top of the wall is we're going to need a roof. So once we get this wall tall enough, here, let me just dupe some more logs real fast. Once you get the wall tall enough, then you're able to put on a roof, basically. Hold on. I may just have to kill that guy. One sec. Okay, so I killed that thing. Now, what we're going to do now is set a log there. And then we're going to set a log right there on the corners. And then we're going to attempt to prop up the log like that, which will then bring it up like that. But we want to do it this way so we don't have a bottom on it. We do not want a bottom, or else it messes this whole system up. Okay. So now we got to dupe a few more logs. Okay. And now what we need to do is we need to put a roof on this. And this is the critically important part. So put a roof on that. Now what we can do is we can duplicate this, and at some point it'll start pushing us away. But because we have nowhere to go, it won't be able to throw us out of here. And if you're lucky, a lot of the logs like I'm having right now will actually get stuck in a certain spot and stack on top of each other. Makes it even better. So this is kind of the best case scenario for how to get this to work. So it's wanted to push me out, but as long as I'm close enough, I can keep what you basically do is click as fast as you can and just swivel your mouse around in the area you think it's at. And if you happen to get over top of it while clicking, it'll just, go ahead and place the log down and duplicate it. So this is the way to do it to get the highest logs from it. This is so much faster than any of the other ways out there. So the one guy, I appreciate the Pseudo Master guy's method. It was good. It was definitely the best method. But then this addition that I added to it makes it so fast. It's crazy. It's actually nuts how fast you can do it now. But every now and then, I would recommend, I would strongly encourage you every now and then to just go ahead and clean up the logs. Because it will get to the point that it's starting to get iffy and you start getting thrown out and stuff. And it gets harder and harder to do it. So I would probably just do this I don't know. I would say you do this for as many logs I made here, probably 50 logs or whatever this is. And then you just go ahead and start using these. And then when you need more, you just come back and spam out another 50. That'd probably be the way to do it instead of trying to make a trillion logs all at once. Especially because logs will despawn if you run far enough away from them. So if you make a bunch of logs, make sure to at least make a bunch of walls with them before you leave. Or else they'll all just disappear if you go too far away. Or at least that's how it worked on single player. I haven't tested that on multiplayer, actually. But on single player, that's what happened. So yeah, you'll just do this. And then, now that I've actually come to think, I think we've got like 50,000 logs right here. The only way that this could be better is if I could find a way to make them all permanently stack on this one spot like this. Would be pretty great, but I don't know. I haven't found a method yet to do that. Usually after a few of them, it just kicks me out of that. So yeah, then you just go back to it and you just start spamming. So there you go, guys. That's the log dupe exploit. So check out the description of this video, by the way, for other cool things in this game. There's like an item dupe exploit. There's all sorts of helpful guides that I've made that are in the description of this video. So definitely check that out. And yeah, also if you appreciate like this video, you want to help. You can support me by checking out a game that I'm making on Steam called Art Gallery Simulator. A link for that will be in the description of this video. But other than that, guys, that's it for me on this one. Now you know how to duplicate logs the fastest way possible. And one more reminder, again, this will only work in multiplayer if you are not the host. So it's like the 7 out of the 8 people can do it, but the person who made the lobby will not be able to do this. And again, in single player, it does not work. There you guys go. That is the best log duplication exploit in Sons of the Forest.